I really liked his style, and I think he did a lot of great moves that really put me in a lot of trouble. But I think what he could actually practice more is about using his tanks more. Like spreading more the tanks because he had usually a lot of clustered tanks, and that's why it was much easier for me just to stasis him.
Yeah.
Um, and I actually think if he would have done that a little bit more better, then I think I would be in a huge trouble. So it was really nice to play against him. It was a nice, a really nice game. I really enjoyed it.
I,
And
I think you must have had at least 100 supply and probes, and about 50 of them towards the end were in the top left corner of the base because of your main. Because I saw you transferred 2 groups of 12, and then there were still
Mm.
like 36 probes over there in the top left. You definitely need to
Yeah,
spread your workers a little bit more.
and there's a one
that's
thing that I want
correct.
to say sorry that I thought the video was recorded and shit. Yeah. Fuck. Sorry.
You mean like hard record? It automatically records on Twitch. You can do a highlight and export to
No, it
YouTube
doesn't.
that
It
way.
doesn't have that. I don't know why.
You sure? Because mine does for sure.
Okay,
Um,
mine doesn't.
Don't
Oh, for
know.
OBS, maybe maybe you're downloading what's called a hard copy on your hard drive while you're streaming through OBS. Might be
Oh,
possible.
okay.
Maybe.
Yeah. Oh,
Well,
sorry.
hopefully we'll find out.
Yeah. Oh shit. Yeah. Okay. Let's head into the third game.
Uh,
Yeah, you guys take it over. I'll be back for the next
I
one.
see. Okay. Who's playing actually?
Okay. So welcome to the third game of the
Ah.
third series is the Chobo versus AOT in the map Clayfield. What you are seeing right now is the 1 o'clock position is Chobo from Team Total Rookie. And on the bottom left corner, on the 7 o'clock position, is AOT EMG from East Manor Gaming.
Hmm?
So there's a fun little fun facts about those two players is that on Team Total Rookie and East Manor Gaming faces 3 times in Rookie
Yeah.
Team League, and this is their third time to play against each other, which means whenever they play for the Total Rookie versus EMG, they actually just faced each other. It's just kind of nice or kind of weird things that I haven't seen.
I
But
think it's actually pretty interesting because it's now more or less like a bow free, like so now it's a one. Now it's already standing like 1-1, and now it's like the final match who can actually win. And I think that's why both of the players could actually have a lot of pressure. You know what I mean? So like, no, he won the first game, now I won the next game, so now I actually want to win this series. Just to say like, yeah, that both
yep,
three
and
actually.
AOT is doing 9 pull with the speed upgrade. And what you can see from the Chobos, look at how Chobos Pro doing the search because he actually went to the 9 o'clock with to see AOT's overloads because he saw that overloads is coming from bottom. He
Mhm.
realized that the enemy Zerg base is on the 7 o'clock. That's the reason why he did a real early scout to see that AOT is doing 9 pull with the speed upgrades.
Mhm.
And
So now you,
yep, same.
yeah, so now he is actually like he saw, oh, there are now 3 lavas like pumping sucklings,
Yeah,
and that's
there's
why he actually went for the 2 cannons
that's true.
so that
Yep,
he can actually play pre-save. I
pretty
think
safe.
that build is pretty uh well done, like the SimCity thing, because I actually think that now all the sucklings has um a longer way to move.
Yep.
I'm not sure if it's maybe on the opposite, if maybe the pylon would be built on the top, maybe it could be even
Yeah, but
better, but I'm not sure. It's difficult
this
to
is
say.
actually ideal. This is actually ideal
Ah,
because
really? Okay.
yeah,
Then I didn't
once
say
you make
anything.
the 2 cannons, there's no way that Zerglings can actually penetrate those 2 cannons if there's the
Mhm.
props. And as you can see, Chobo is gonna build a gateway on the left side of the
Yeah.
photo cannon, which means that it narrows down the entrance for the Zerglings to come
Who?
into the Chobo space. Oh, there's people. Oh, okay.
Ah.
Oh, okay. And
AOT didn't know that he was on the
yeah,
top right. I see, I see. Okay.
because
So
like
that
that's kind of weird because if AOT saw that his probe is coming from he saw his probe coming from the right corner, but oh
okay.
yeah, he knows that he's coming from right corner, so he goes
Mm,
to the 5 o'clock first, but it's actually 1 o'clock. And for
mm.
right now, it's pretty much Chobo's favor because
Yeah,
what AOT did is it's not 9 overpull, it's the 9 pull with the speed upgrade with the early gas, which means that AOT is behind in resource.
that's right. Sure, what he actually can do a little bit better than on other maps is like taking that third. Here's now that third here, and I think he can actually pretty secure that third
Mhm.
usually better than on other maps, I think, because you know you have just that
Yep.
only one choke over there. Like on fighting speed, I think on fighting speed is pretty well good too, but um, you have like two chokes, and it's pretty difficult just to secure both of them. But now here's more like okay, you can just put a few sunkens or one or two on top or something, and then maybe it's alright. I think so.
Yeah, it is right.
Maybe that, but like you said, it's still the favor for Jobo because he actually could build that thing what he actually wanted to do, like just a little bit delay because of the two photo cannons, but he actually needed them, so it's alright. And with that pressure,
No, it's actually no.
he'll
Once you just make the 2 photon cannons, right after you see that enemy is doing 9
yeah,
pull with
yeah,
the speed, then
yeah, yeah, sure, but
it's actually a lot Protoss favor because you can see Chobo's Stargate is almost done and there's no Hydra Dan
mm,
because
yeah,
AOT realize knows. Oh wait, he's going for Lair right now. Oh,
mm,
okay. Because AOT
true,
realized that he's in behind, he actually go for third hatcher really early to trying to close the gap between his mineral resources and then Protoss mineral resources. So the Hydra is done, and then this is kind of nice wall to block the Zilla push in future.
that's right. And I think actually he's now going for the lair for the spire thing, so that he can actually just build some skirts to kill all these coursers who are coming later.
Yep, and
So
but
that
I think Chobo's cursor can kill at least 2 overloads, I believe, at this time. Because the Hydralisk then is just done, and the speed upgrade is coming. However, I'm not sure what the Chobo is building Citadel of Adun. Yeah, he's going for early Templar. Yep.
what Jobu should usually do is he should use that courser just to scout first.
Yep.
Because sure it was pretty nice just to kill that one overlord, but now he just doesn't know what AOT is doing. So
But because
yeah.
AOT started with the 9 pull, it's actually obvious that it's kind of obvious because Chobo sent probes before the cursor is done. He actually sent probes before the cursor is done, and he saw what AOT is doing it. And if you look at the
Okay.
AOT's expansion, he doesn't have enough drones, and there are 7 minerals, but there are only 1, and there are 12 drones in his main. He actually his drones is not distributed well, and this is kind of crucial for Zerg because for Zerg the exact amount of drones in the minerals is seems so important. But
Mhm.
even though he has a third expansion, he only has 3 drones. I mean, only has 2 drones in third expansion, and he only has 4 drones in his first expansion. But he has more than 12 drones in his main base.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
So maybe he could just transfer one or two to the natural or something. You know,
Yes.
not a third player.
The ideal number of drones is 1 drone per 1 mineral for Zerg, and for the Terrans and Protoss is 1.5 SCVs or props per mineral.
The Dark Templar's going out. He suggests
The High
they
Templars
just
is
get
coming
some.
out. Yep.
Yeah, and a Psy Storm too, so it's like nearly finished.
Yep.
And the Dark Templar's like I think getting control just to look.
Trying
He's
to look it up.
actually
Yep.
farming.
Because Chobo sent his 3 Zillas to the 11 o'clock, because normally in this kind of map, like Fighting Spirits, Clayfield, Zergs are normally
Mm.
expand on the other side of main base.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if you do that, then the Zerg can make 4 easily.
Oh,
And
do you
there's
see
the
that?
1 drone died, 2 drones died, 3 drones died, fourth. Oh no, not the fourth one is
Ah, that
died,
was
but
close one. But I think he could actually did a decent amount of damage, so it should be alrighty.
yeah.
I think.
And because
Before that.
Chobo saw that the Hydras is coming out from the third expansion, he might
Mm.
realize that the AOT is going for Hydra all in, but right now it's
Mm.
actually the one thing is coming out
No,
from the Hydras' drone. So yeah,
it actually looks like that he's like going for another expansion on the bottom right. I think,
yeah,
isn't it?
bottom right, but I think this is I think this is Miss Rally, I believe. There's no reason 3 drones are in here because it's actually you see that there are 3 drones are died from Dark Templar, and if with
Yeah.
those 3 drones you can actually cover those kind of damage. But I think he
Mm.
might forgot that there's a drones in this 7. Look at his 3 drones
Maybe.
are also going to this 5 o'clock. I think he has some mistakes on the
Ah,
rally. Yeah.
could be.
And there's a
So let's
bullish chamber
see.
for the armor upgrade. And what Chobo is doing is right. He doesn't go for like aggressive expansion. He actually kind of wait until he has enough High Templars
Mm.
trying to block the Hydra push. And because there's no Hydra push, so he's going outside because he has enough amount of the Psionic Storm right now.
Yeah. So now he's going for the third one, but yeah, now I think he will
Yeah.
go for some cannons too,
Mhm.
something like that, so just to secure the choke. And I
Mhm.
think then he could be in a really big advantage because AOT has only 3 bases too. So
Yep. If
oh, and
it's
he even
yeah.
goes back with all his drones now. So now it was really a waste just to um, put all these drones on the bottom right just to stay there for nearly nothing. Don't know.
Because even amount of the gas bit in Terran versus Zerg, I mean the Protoss versus Zerg, is pretty much Protoss favor. And what AOT is thinking is that he knows that Chobo didn't make many Corsairs, so he's going for drop. He actually has 2 lurkers, but Chobo saw
Yeah.
that. Chobo
Oh.
saw
Yeah.
that the overlords is coming,
Oh. Yeah. So now
and
he has one side storm ready. If
yeah, he has 1 Psionic Stone ready, but there's no defensive things
oh,
in the Chobo's expansion. I think it might be really crucial for Chobo because there's no observatory,
uh,
I
uh,
believe. Yeah,
oh,
there's no
and
observer,
he
and if there's a 2 lurkers, which
Ooh,
means
yeah.
that
Oh,
he's
oh,
gonna
he's
spend a
slide
lot
out
of
again.
time. Yeah, yeah, he just built a photo cannon right now,
Oh.
but the robotics facility is just done. So I think this lurker can delay the mining for a long time for Chobo, and it's actually a pretty nice move by AOT. While
Mm.
harassing with the lurkers, the rest of the
Oh,
Hydras is
this-
the
the
going out
lurker
from the base.
died.
Hmm.
The lurker died, but I think yeah, it could at least delay
Yeah,
the mining a little bit.
yeah, he
It
delayed the
was
mining.
okay,
Yeah,
uh, but I think he could have done like
there's
destroying
a
that natural that expansion on the right
yeah.
earlier.
Well,
But
the 3 o'clock. Oh, the Hydras are died. There's a reason why Chobo is actually dominating right in this
mm,
series of RTL
ooh, but
because
on the bottom right, there's now a new expansion. If
mhm.
that goes up and he got a lot of minerals, then maybe he can turn around that thing.
Yeah, but it's actually too late. If Chobo realized there's a force
Mm,
base going on the bottom left, then if he just go it because there's no lurkers is defending on the ramp.
mm,
Yeah, and because Chobo has enough amount of the Psionic Storm, he's not
mm,
afraid of the Hydralisks. And look at the amount of wait, he's going for oh sorry, AOT is AOT is Hive right now. He's in Hive. He might be going for Defiler, but um, I'm not sure this is the good choice because um, if you try in
yeah.
the ZVP, if Zerg decided to go for Hydra, the Hive, that means that the Zerg is gonna go for adrenaline Zerglings with the Defiler. But with
Mhm.
the 3 gas, I think it's not enough for the Defiler with the Zerglings. And he's going for hatchery. It doesn't have Defiler mount right now. And with
Yeah,
that,
let's
Chobo
see.
has 4 gas, 4 expansion. I mean 4 mining bases.
Bases, yeah, that's it's a really big advantage. So
Yeah,
now
because
now I'm pretty curious about his attack now, like on the
because you see,
bottom middle.
yeah, I mean because you see, because the Zerg has expansion on the 5 o'clock, AOT is not able to send his drones easily because if you send
Mm.
drones, then those drones will be sniped by rest of the Protoss army.
Oh, on the top left, he's Chobo saw with his Dark Templar all these sliding drones. He could actually kill a few.
Why is that these drones in here?
I don't know.
Yeah, oh. That's actually a mistake, but I didn't see it, but I think that's a mistake. But the Nidus Colonel is done in the great
Oh,
time.
that's a nice move to like Nidus Canal. One hit point from the Overlord on the bottom right and the corner.
But it's
But
better
now
for Chobo
whole-
because he realized that there's the expansion on the bottom left, and then he probably realized that if he kills this expansion, this game is for him. But
all these lurkers are pretty strong. So
yeah, but he has a Signer Storm. Oh, that he has a Signer Storm, so he can kill the lurkers at the same time. Then look at this. Look at this the amount of the Signer Storms that Chobo can do on this lurker. So all the lurkers are dying right now. Even though AAT has good amount of the lurkers, it is not enough for the Chobos right now because he has enough amount of the Signer Storm to kill all the lurkers.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh.
And look at the number difference. 171 and 85.
That's a huge
Why?
difference. That's a huge favor thing for Chobo. So, and already 4 bases and Cirque is still playing on 2 bases.
The Nidus colors done, and which means that the AOT's force expansion is gone. There's expansion on the 11 o'clock, but Chobo sending his units to kill his force expansion because he knows that if Chobo do not give force gas to the Zerg, he knows he's gonna win. And there's a lurker push from to the expansion right now, and oh, the High Templar, oh, the 2 High Templars have died, but still, AOT cannot go through those walls. Yes,
That's right.
yep.
It just has just few lurkers and it's pretty much it. So
Yep.
he's
He has
still building more
Chobo
lurkers.
prepare the cannons. Oh no, lurkers! Don't go there, lurkers! Oh.
Yeah. I think he was now a little desperate just to try everything just with the lurkers.
Yeah.
Maybe it would have been better just going for more hydras. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Or,
Because AOT was so behind, I think what he really needed to do is just trying to push with the Hydras and trying to finish on the lair because Chobo was ahead from the beginning. If it goes to the end game, the late game, Chobo will gonna snowball that small differences. And in the ZBP, starting with the advantage in favor of Protoss, it's actually good for Protoss because Protoss can make gas units, and those gas units are pretty much the counter of most of the Zerg units.
that's right. Oh, and you see like on the left and on the bottom.
Yep.
He could deny like 2 new expansions. So
Yep.
so it was basically the game of Chobo was just like expands a lot on his own,
Yeah.
and then he just tried to
Trying to
get a lot of units
trying
and to contain him.
Yeah, trying to make Zerg doesn't take force gas. Because once Zerg has a force gas, that means that Zergis can make Defilers, Zerglings, and possibly Ultra Risk, which is not common in nowadays meta.
Ooh,
But
on the bottom.
on the
he's
bottom,
going
there's
for-
a drop coming up. And I think Chobo saw that. Yeah, Chobo saw that. Chobo saw the Overlords are moving.
Oh, shit.
Oh, the Overlord's moving. I think can he survive? Can he survive? Oh, he only has 2 Overlords to stun. Oh,
Oh, shit. That was bad.
yeah.
A lot of overlords died with all the units in it, so ooh, it was
Yeah.
just like a suicide
And then
attack.
there's also the shuttle drop on the main base, killing the Spire for the AFT, and
Uh,
and then Chobos keep harassing AOT from getting away to get a fourth gas expansion. With that, AOT doesn't have many choices right now.
so,
And there's a GG coming from AOT.
yeah,
It was nice game by Chobo.
yeah. But I think both players played pretty well. So, but yeah, I think like there was some lack of some